Let's begin with David Frey, Life Sciences Leader of New England for KPMG. David.
Thanks, John. Good morning, Mr. Secretary, and thank you for your comments and for your service. As John said, I work in the life sciences sector. You mentioned a couple of times the success of the life sciences ecosystem in Massachusetts. I think it's fair to say that to a large extent that's been pretty heavily concentrated in the Boston and Cambridge hub areas. And with this success has come certainly rising rents, a war for talent that's really driving up costs for businesses in ways that are making other states competitive as we begin to look to establish other parts of a successful ecosystem like manufacturing, biomanufacturing, in support of life sciences industry. So what sort of opportunities do you see for incentivizing subsectors of life sciences out into other regions of the state? And importantly, what role can the state play in those efforts?
Yeah, it's a great question, David. And I will say, I want to recognize David's work with us on life sciences. KPMG has just worked with our CEO of the Life Sciences Center, Ken Turner, on a kind of strategic framework for our life sciences strategy. So very grateful for David and KPMG's partnership on that one. I would say, David, growing regional clusters of life sciences around the state has been a strategic imperative for us for a really long time right now. And I always say there's really probably three things we'd like to get done in life sciences. One clearly is to just continue to push innovation and discovery, make sure we're on the cutting edge of R&D generally. The second is around workforce, make sure we do have enough talent to keep growing our sector. But the third is this idea of regionalization. And I think particularly through manufacturing, that's our opportunity to do that. And that's been a big focus of ours now for a long time. We were at both of us at Mass Bio this week, and we heard about companies that were finding success in Watertown and Bedford and Devens and Worcester. We are seeing that to some degree, and we're trying to be as active and helpful as we can be in helping companies site in those areas. I'll give you an example. So since the 2018 reauthorization of the Life Sciences Initiative, 82% of the jobs committed through our tax incentive program are located outside of Boston and Cambridge. And so it's been a very focused strategy of ours. How do we get that growth? We love what's happening in Boston and Cambridge, but this idea, again, of making sure life sciences is a truly statewide opportunity, I think it's really important. I'll give you a great example. I was up in Gloucester with the governor and the lieutenant governor a couple of weeks ago to cut the ribbon on a biomanufacturing space at the Gloucester Marine Genomics Institute. It's an amazing place. And the folks there that were involved from the beginning, including some of the legislators, talked about the fact that people would not have thought of it, didn't think about Gloucester as being a place for life sciences. Guess what it is? It's an amazing facility up there. And they've got an incredibly strong, among other things, workforce training program. So it's been a real focus of ours. And it is consistent, by the way. I think one of the common themes, one of the big themes of the future work study is this idea that the center of gravity, if you will, may shift. And so we may naturally see economic activity become more dispersed around the state. And so this strategy here is obviously consistent with that theme, but we really would like to see life sciences be an opportunity for the whole state. I think we made some good headway on that one.